All right, we're back with another Burlington find, and it's on probably the most viral fragrance of 2024, 2025. It's meant to be a dupe or a clone or a twist of Althaïr from Parfums de Marly, but I can't say much about that because I don't own that particular PDM. So I'm just going to give you the notes and we'll talk about how it presents. It's just very popular, very viral, very well reviewed from French Avenue. It's Liquid Brun. So this has top notes of cinnamon, orange blossom, cardamom, bergamot, middle notes of bourbon, vanilla, and elemi, base notes of praline, ambroxan, guaiac wood, and musk. Picked it up for 35 bucks at Burlington Coat Factory, and you can find it for under 40, sometimes as low as like 30 on certain discounters, so it's a very affordable option. 100 ml bottle. I believe it's an eau de parfum concentration, but don't quote me on that. Let's see if I can't find the production date, just to be sure. This was produced in September of 2025. So this is 4 months old, so it should be okay. I don't expect it to need to age in the bottle. It's had time to sit. Let's go ahead and get this thing open. I tend to enjoy most French Avenue fragrances. I find they're usually, even if they're not necessarily a fragrance or a set of notes that I enjoy personally, I tend to find that they are very well blended, which means they tend to just be kind of nice. So even if they're not my thing, they tend to be well made when they're made. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. Can I open it up? How's it open up? I don't want to do this the wrong way because then I'll break it. There it goes. All right. Opens up like that. There's the Liquid Brun bottle. There's the little side view right there. Don't want it to fall out. But yeah, everyone's seen this bottle if you're on any kind of social media where they do a lot of fragrance stuff. Nice presentation, good box, all that fun stuff. Let's go ahead and pop it off and take a look. Good looking cap, heavy plastic cap, not bad for 35 bucks. All right, so the way we do it on this channel is we spray on paper. I give you my basic impression of that, then I spray on skin, and I give you any differences that I notice. And then I will blip out of existence for like a split second, and then come back after having worn this for several days. It is the winter. It's like middle of December, Christmas right around the corner. So I will wear this a few times, obviously, and then come back and talk to you about like projection, longevity, and how those notes break down over time. So let's go ahead and get the spray on paper done. Decent atomizer. I don't think it's pressurized, but it is nice. Nice little poof. All right, let's go ahead and waft that toward me, see if I can get some. Okay. That's nice. I'm getting a lot of cinnamon and a lot of orange blossom. I'm honestly not getting that much bergamot. It's there, but right off the bat, it's not really that strong. But definitely cinnamon, definitely orange blossom together with that. Very nice. I'm also kind of getting a little bit of vanilla. It's just kind of in the back. It's not like a prominent note just yet, but it is very, very nice. Yeah, that's a very sweet overall presentation. So it's a sweet opening, and the vanilla just kind of cuts it and just makes it a little more smooth. I'm not getting anything like the wood notes in the base. So it really is cinnamon, orange blossom, and just that cardamom-y sweetness combined with vanilla. And there's just a hint of bergamot. The bergamot's not like taking center stage. All right, let's do skin now. Bah, bah. I'll let it flash for just a second so we get an accurate presentation, understanding what's going on with the smell on skin. I'm thinking usually the bergamot might come out a little stronger. That's what typically happens because the skin's warmer than the paper, so all those oils come off a little faster. But we'll see. Yeah, okay. That's nice. In fact, that's very nice. A little more citrusy, but not obtrusively so. It's really only slightly different from the paper. It's not a crazy difference. It's just slight. I'll do the other arm. So far, very enjoyable, very nice. It's not life-changing for me personally, but that being said, I'm not a huge like winter gourmand fan. This is not in this, I'd put this in the category of like a very, very light gourmand slash it's kind of mixed with other stuff. I tend to be more like the smoky, incensey, coffee kind of stuff. That's what I tend to like in my winter fragrances. This is still very nice though. This is very pleasant. Like no one's gonna be offended by the smell, and certainly not me. But yeah, that's excellent. The cinnamon is what I'm honestly getting a lot more cinnamon and orange blossom than anything else. I'm just getting a general sweetness on skin. I'm not getting the vanilla just yet the way I did off paper. And I think that has more to do with just the fact that it's just the way my nose is hitting it. But yeah, it's definitely sweet. Definitely got cinnamon in there. A little bit of vanilla showing up. Very pleasant overall. That's a great opening. That's about as mass appealing of a masculine gourmand that I can think of that I've ever been exposed to. So yeah, that makes perfect sense. So this is, I get the popularity and I agree with it. So yeah, definitely gonna see more of this in just a minute, but I'm gonna blip out of existence and come back and talk about projection, longevity, and everything else about the note breakdown over time. So I'll be right back. All right, so we are back with liquid Brun from French Avenue, obviously meant to be an Althaïr clone, dupe, whatever. Again, not addressing that particular concern because I don't own the OG, so I'm gonna kind of judge this on its own merit. So it's been a few days, actually been a week or two at this point of me wearing this on and off. I'll sometimes just spray it on at night right before I go to bed to see if it like lasts the night, and it does. As far as the note breakdown, the way I would describe this is it's a spicy, crisp, maybe even like almost dry vanilla. That's what you kind of get out of it. So that vanilla leads into the praline kind of chocolatey, cocoa-iness of it. The musk in the final dry down, the ambroxan, like it really is a vanilla gourmand, spicy kind of crisp overall notion. The vanilla comes out and it's just nice and fresh. It's very, which is kind of strange to say, like a fresh, clean vanilla combined with the spicy notes, combined with the praline in the base. It's overall obviously very gourmand, very meant to smell like food, but in a very overall pleasant presentation. There's not really anything negative to say about it unless you just happen to not like those notes. But the notes themselves are overall pretty mass appealing, especially praline and vanilla as a combo. It is masculine the way it presents. Like if you were to throw these same exact, if you were to throw up praline, ambroxan, vanilla, elemi, cardamom, you might be talking about a gourmand perfume for women, but this is very much a masculine presentation of those notes. It's a little more dry, a little more spicy, and that's what you kind of get from it. As far as performance goes, performance is exhaustive. It just goes. It really does. There really isn't a flaw with the performance. You're going to smell this on yourself like after a 10-hour day. It does just go and go and go, which is not surprising based on all the other content you've probably seen about this fragrance out there. Projection-wise, you can, if you want to, you can fill up a room. You can spray 6-7 times if you really want to. Or you can spray like 2 or 3 times and be more like office safe with that. It's what you make of it. So it's not like if you spray 3 times and you're gonna fill the room, so be careful when you take it in the office. It's like, hey, you spray a couple times, you'll be modest. You spray a lot, you won't be modest anymore. So it kind of has that versatility if you desire that. As it breaks down, as like the projection kind of fades, there's no element to this where it's like, oh, I don't really like how that ended up. It's pretty much from start to finish a pleasant experience. The one thing I will say is that opening blast of cinnamon can be a little strong if you're not careful. So just be aware of that. It might clear somebody's sinuses out pretty good for them. So just be aware. But that opening cinnamon blast kind of fades after the first hour or so. It's kind of thing where you spray it on before you get in your car to go to work. By the time you get to work, it's not going to be you're not going to risk the offensiveness there. But overall, great fragrance. Price point of $35. I think I picked this up at Burlington Coat Factory. You can't beat it if you like this fragrance profile. It will be mass appealing. It will be pleasant. No one's going to be upset you smell like cinnamon, vanilla, and praline. They'll be happy with it, trust me. But overall, great fragrance from French Avenue. Is it overhyped? Probably. It's probably overhyped, but it's also a good fragrance that's worth the price point. Would I pay $50 or more for it? Probably not. That's just me. The OG is pretty expensive, so maybe that might change my mind. But overall, this is a great way to get that dry, spicy, vanilla, cocoa kind of combo going on. Excellent way to do it. So that's my review, guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer them to the best of my ability, and have a great day.